Welcome to my channel. Here I share my knowledge about spirituality, psychology and philosophy in an artistic and elegant way. If you are a person that values the truth, freedom and creative expression, then you are on the right place. The importance of saying no. In this video, I want to talk about why it is so important to say no and how saying no can allow you to level up in life. Saying no can actually make you successful. I want to add a little side note, and that's that I was sick, and that's the reason why I was not active, and also that's the reason why my voice is not very clear. But that's okay, it will not stop me from sharing my knowledge and insight about this topic. I want to begin with saying that if you know that you are pretty, confident, talented, or successful, it doesn't matter if you are a man or woman. It is important for you to know that saying no is important, because many people in the society we live in put pretty, successful and talented people on a pedestal. And if you are pretty and confident, and on top of that you are successful, you will be the number one target of people that hate themselves. They will try to sabotage you, and they will try to break you and your confidence down. But they won't just come up to you and say, "I'm your enemy, I hate you and I want you to fail." They will disguise themselves as your best friend, as your family member, as your favorite sibling, as your mentor, as your neighbor, and so on. If you know that you are talented, you are pretty, you love yourself, and you have things going on for yourself, please keep it private and be silent. Because I see many people my age, and I mean people in their early 20s and older, they just share everything about their lives. And for example, when I go to work, I don't share much. The only thing I share are always only work related, because the workplace is not the place to share your personal information, your dreams or your goals. And this is a big mistake I see a lot of people are doing. When you are silent about your dreams, no one will be able to sabotage it spiritually or physically. And energy is real. The jealousy of another person can affect you, and especially if you do not have the spiritual knowledge. Because people are envious. Not everyone, but most people are so into the capitalistic system, and they are so blinded that they don't have self-awareness, and so people are also not able to work on their jealousy because they are not emotionally intelligent. So do not think that your coworkers or people you barely know are your friends and want the best for you. They do not want the best for you. They are just seeking ways to entertain themselves. And remember that you are not a circus animal. You need to learn to say, for example, if a coworker asks, "Did you do anything fun this weekend?" Just say no. It was just a very regular weekend. Even if you went to the other side of the world on a vacation, do not mention it unless you are sure that a person has good, positive intentions for you. Remember that someone being friendly does not mean that he or she is genuinely friendly. One thing I have learned is that, for example, I am friendly and kind because I choose to be kind, not because I have to. And I am kind when I genuinely feel like it, and I do not have any bad intentions. But there are some people that are not genuinely kind, and they will use kindness. They will use kindness to lure you into that trap, which is sharing information about yourself. The more you share private information about you, your dreams, your goals, the more insight another person has, and you don't know. If you are not spiritually aware and if you are not educated, you will not realize that a person has bad intentions unless you open your eyes and become woke. It doesn't matter if you are a man or woman. It is important to be able to say no, and especially, like I said, if you are a pretty and talented woman, do not feel that you have to please other people. Please remember how amazing you are. Know your value, know your worth, and say no to the things you do not want. If you do not want to hang out with, for example, a group of friends, and you just feel a negative emotion in your stomach, say no. If you are invited to an event and you keep feeling an inkling that you shouldn't go there, say no. If a man invites you somewhere and you don't want to go, say no. As a pretty, introverted, and talented woman, I have never been disappointed by saying no. Because literally saying no can save your life, your career, your everything. Because I am sure that Everyone has experienced this in his or her life, that you were invited to somewhere and you felt that you didn't want to go, but you went anyways, and then later you ended up regretting it. I am sure that many people has experienced this, and that is because it was your intuition or your subconscious mind trying to warn you about a pattern or about an event that you experienced before, or that a problem or bad situation that would happen before you would go to the event. Learn to trust your intuition, and believe me when I say intuition is real. Because be honest to yourself. When was the last time you said no to something and you regretted it? I'm sure that you have many memories of saying yes to something, but at the end you regretted it. I'm sure that this is something that you have experienced multiple times. When you are a talented, pretty, confident woman or man, people in society feels entitled to your attention and time. I can say this based on what I myself have experienced, but also from what I see pretty, talented, creative, successful people experience. For example, when you are a pretty woman, some insecure men and women will try different tactics to humble you. Even when you are humble, just living by yourself, doing your own thing. And if you, for example, are just dressed nicely and you're just doing your own thing, a random man or woman will always just try to ruin your day by saying something about how you look or diminishing your light. Men will do this by trying to ignore you or trying to make you feel powerless or harassing you on the streets. These things, these tactics are all formed to humble, harm, and knock the confidence of women down. And of course, men experience different variety, different humbling tactics too. But right now, I'm talking about the point of view, the perspective of a woman, because I am a woman too. And I want to say that as a pretty woman, pretty talented, confident woman, I am aware of that many insecure people have tried to sabotage me or humble me, even when I'm just a humble person. But I did not allow them to continue, because whenever they wanted me to do something, I just said no. When they made disrespectful comments, I said, no, I do not allow you to say that. And I blocked them. and I removed them from my life. Because I will not allow anyone to disrespect me. It doesn't matter if you are a woman, man. It is important to say that nobody should be allowed to take your time and attention for granted. And my time is for me, and my love and attention is only for me and for the people I choose to give it to. And nobody owns me, and nobody owns you. So please make wise decisions, and please promise to yourself to set clear boundaries from now on. Dare to say no when you don't want something. From personal experience, saying no has given me so much inner peace, and I just sleep so peacefully knowing that I said no to someone or something that thought that had power or control over me. Saying no and sometimes just blocking saved my peace, my time, my attention, my love for myself. What I want to add is, when you say no and when you keep your goals and dreams private, you will elevate so much faster and you will reach your goals so much faster. It is important to say no and be private so that you will not lose the energy, and so that others cannot influence your positive energy with their envious, nasty energy. Thanks for watching my video. I hope I was able to give you effective advice. The end.